I sat down by the water, a cold wind in my face.
Hello, I'm Benatar, Emeritus Professor of Medicine at the University of Cape Town and Professor in the Benatar School of Public Health at the University of Toronto. Today, I should like to highlight for you some aspects of living and dying in today's globalizing world. The conditions under which human beings live and die are horrifyingly diverse. About 20% of the world's population lead highly privileged lives, benefiting greatly from spectacular advances in science, medicine, technology, and major growth of the economy. Sadly, despite these advances, over half the global population live under atrocious conditions, deprived of adequate clean water, sanitation, and nutrition, so necessary for even a minimally decent life. Similarly, death is ameliorated for some who receive loving terminal care and adequate pain relief. However, out of sight for most of us, millions of people in the world die prematurely from preventable or easily treatable diseases. They not only live under conditions of squalor with minimal access to health care, but also without access to any of the end-of-life care, palliation and pain relief that could diminish the suffering associated with the inhuman conditions under which they die. The tip of the iceberg of these disparities in life opportunities and dangers are revealed in three statistics: life expectancy at birth ranging from 40 years to 80 years, maternal mortality during childbirth, 1 in 7 pregnancies to 1 in 10,000, and per capita expenditure on healthcare from below $15 to over $6,000. At the core of widening disparities is the way in which the global economy has been restructured since the 1980s to ensure continuous economic growth for a minority and perpetual poverty for the majority. The unrealistic sense of entitlement generated in wealthy countries is illustrated by the excessive use and abuse of technology in medicine, driven by healthcare viewed as a commodity in a world dominated by market values and by expectations for everything that modern medicine could possibly offer. Failure to admit the inevitability of death and the limits of medicine has intensified suffering during prolonged, dehumanized, extremely expensive, and often lonely deaths in sterile environments. Healthcare systems have thus become increasingly distorted, dysfunctional, and unsustainable. How can and should we live and die in this world? Those of us who have so much and expect more should understand how the global economy has been deliberately structured in our favor, and we should become deeply introspective about the impact this has on the lives of others. Living individually and collectively beyond our means in all spheres of our existence lies at the core of the multiple deep and interlinking evolving crises currently undermining all life on the planet. Insight and humility are required to acknowledge that improved health during the 21st century will not be achieved through business as usual and 20th century thinking. A new paradigm is required.
Ascending from the shore with a color